Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lead Pitch Live. I do these shows with no notes. Certainly a show like this I can do with no notes because it's all real. We're here at Calusa Sound. We just witnessed the largest event that has taken place here this year, 2022, and it was the hottest ticket in town. Certainly the largest event that has ever taken place here, put on by African-American business. And so thrilled to say that this Attorney Joe North, a good friend of mine, has gotten to the point now where he can put on an event and invite the whole community out to celebrate the 30th anniversary of Attorney Joe North and the North Law Firm. And everybody who's anybody was here. About 500 people were here for the biggest event in this decade and the decades to come. And Lead Pitch Live is the media sponsor, and we're so thrilled that I had the opportunity to be a part of this historic event. And look, young Joseph North right here and I were talking. Lead Pitch Live has the largest video archives of people of color in this community, and certainly this goes into the archives as an event for the ages. Nobody else has it. Only Lead Pitch Live has the conversations on the spot. With that being said, we're so thrilled to have some relatives of Joe North, Attorney Joe North, on the show. Joseph North and his nephew, what's your name?
Bryant.
Bryant, you're gonna keep that right here the whole time, and your dapper, the hat, everything. Joseph, you're gonna keep that up the entire time, your dapper, the tux, and everything.
Appreciate it.
Joseph, you don't know I've been following your career since you were born. I guess you find that straight, you know all about it. I just share some stuff with you. Of course, I know your mom very well. Carrie, hey Carrie, you see it as I haven't forgotten you. Back in the day, you used to come on my TV show. Hey man, let's talk about your uncle for a minute. Being able to sit here and see him be celebrated and people come up and talk about what he means to the community. I know you see it all the time, but to see it in this kind of light, how did that make you feel?
It felt warm inside. It felt good to see my uncle doing what he does for the community. It felt great. It seemed like everybody was having a good time. I honestly love it. I love Uncle Joe. I love everything he do for the community.
Uncle Joe, huh?
Uncle Joe.
When you tell people Joe North is your uncle, do you get any different types of reactions out there?
Joe North, they sing, go Joe, go Joe.
Uncle Joe. Did Joe ever try to back you down in the parking lot with that little boring fadeaway jump shot?
Plenty.
Joe thinks he's got to turn around. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Joseph, I don't know if Joe told you that I was a premier point guard in college.
See, he didn't mention that.
Yeah, all city, all state, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, point guard. I was about a 6'1", blazing speedster, about 165 pounds, soaking wet. Just think Chris Paul.
Okay.
With a jump
Some of
shot.
my favorite players too.
Yeah. So, but those were the days, and when I was swimming and I was playing tennis, and I did a whole lot of stuff back then. That is why people thought Joe and I were so similar, because back then when you saw us, we were just two athletic, looking guys. And Joe kept his more than I kept mine. But I'm back swimming now, Joseph.
Okay.
And he told me that you got a little basketball game in you, bro.
Just a little bit, you know. I dabble. It's one of my favorite things. Like, that's kind of what I do now.
You still doing it? Yeah. Keep moving, man.
Yeah, I play 3-4 days a week.
Really?
Yeah.
Where you playing in Tennessee?
I have a couple parks in Tennessee. I play at Belmont as a gym, some decent competition over there. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So you must be pretty good if you have to go find competition. Because when you're good, you be looking for good competition.
Yeah, you know, I enjoy it. Like, I'm a competitive guy, so it's a nice little release, you know, from the day to day.
Yeah. And now you're going to be coming back to the community. We're going to be talking in the future in a more formal way when I have you on the show. But I've already dubbed you the junior senator of Dunbar.
I've heard. And I welcome the title.
The moment Joe told me you would come in and be a part of the firm, I said, did he tell you immediately? I said, the junior senator of Dunbar?
Yeah, he let me know, yeah.
Joe knows that my mind goes quickly to branding.
Yeah.
So you'll hear me call you that from here out.
Right, and I studied marketing as well in undergrad, so I'm with you on that wavelength of just thinking about how to brand and market things, you know.
Okay, let's talk about you sitting there and going up on the stage. Let's take them bit by bit. First of all, you got a chance to go up on the stage and make some comments about your dad. I didn't know you gave it some thought, but you talked about the simple things, right?
Right. Simple things and just following through. And, you know, it's easy to follow through once or twice, but to consistently follow through, I mean, for my entire lifetime, 27 years, and, you know, 30 years for the milestone we're celebrating today, I just wanted to shine light on how commendable and rare that is. Because it's not an easy thing to do.
Share with the people what you mean by follow through.
By follow through, I mean,
as it relates to Joe, Attorney Joe North, your dad.
First things, I mean, when my dad says he's going to do something, it's a guarantee. There's not a waiver or a question in your mind. And then just beyond following through, you know he's going to do things that he doesn't even have to do. You know, and that just speaks volumes because, you know, in this world, you can't rely on everyone. And for there to be someone that so many people can rely on without a question and a doubt, I think that's something important and worth shining light on and just sharing with all the people who are here today. So that's what I meant by following through.
Outstanding. To sit there and see the whole program unfold, what was going through your mind, like in general?
I was just soaking it in, enjoying it. Just kind of like my cousin Bryant said, is I felt warm. And one of the things I kind of mentally made a note to do, even getting dressed for tonight and everything, was making sure I enjoyed every second, every moment. A lot of planning went into this event, and it goes by so quickly, even though it's over the span of a few hours. So I just wanted to make sure I leaned on every word that was spoken, and enjoyed every hand I got to shake and everyone I got to meet for the first time, and people who I hadn't seen in years who I got to exchange pleasantries with. So just wanted to soak in every moment.
All right, Joseph North on the spot now. The crowd was a diverse crowd of people, various races, ages, income status, the grassroots people, the more popular, successful people in terms of financial and popularity, and just everybody in there on one accord for one person. Talk about how that made you feel.
Felt good to be there. Everybody was so friendly. You see everybody having a good time.
Keep talking. Are you guys waiting on me? Okay. Yeah, you can just drop them right there. So I don't want to hold y'all up. Where's my car? Where's my car? Right there, right? Yeah, just throw them right there. We're in the middle of the interview. We're still in this live, baby. It's live. Hey, man, come on, get on TV, man. Come on, get on TV. Look right there. Just bend down.
Hey, Joe.
Want to say this company, what's the name of the company? Get a great job valet parking.
Crown Valet.
If people ever want to contact y'all for business, just Google Crown Valet.
That's right, crownvaletparking.com.
All right. Thank you, man. Crown Valet did a great job at bringing me my keys. Nobody can say that I came in and I ran. I'm closing the doors down. Am I not here?
It speaks for itself.
Am I not here? Everybody's gone, Joe. I know you say, Lee, man, come on, go home, Lee. No, this is once in a lifetime, 30 years. I was breaking down my equipment. I saw Joseph. I knew I hadn't gotten around to getting that interview with Joseph. And I got to get that on tape, and then I got a chance to meet your nephew along the way. What a perfect setting. Let's go back to, I don't know what my original question was, but let's just go back to
all different types of people.
Yep.
All different types of people. Talk about how your uncle just works with everybody.
See, the thing with Uncle Joe is when he walks in the room, you're gonna notice him, and you can see the happiness he brings to people. Like, for example, when he comes in, people are like, "Hey, Uncle Joe," and he has this big smile on their face. You just see it. You can see it on their face how good they feel to be around Uncle Joe and to shake his hand and know that he's doing the best for our community. And we're all in good hands because of Joseph North.
It's great to be able to talk to your nephew and son because, Joe is real busy. Like the job that he has to be as successful as he has become, I'm always astonished at how he has time for that. Anybody is like, Joe, don't you got stuff to do? You're amazed at this well. Like nobody can pass something that he doesn't have time for.
You're so right. You're so right. And I'm gonna say this. Growing up, me and Joseph, Uncle Joe made time to take us to Disney World, Canada, Washington,
Minnesota,
Atlanta.
Orlando.
And just like what you said, Lucas, how does he make the time?
I'm like, Joe, do you ever work? Go ahead. But he's Joseph might be able to attest. Y'all might know that he doesn't work normal hours. He's up when everybody else is asleep. Joe is getting that work done. He gets up early, huh?
Gonna bring tears to my eyes just thinking about it, man. Dang, man. Uncle Joe, everything Lee Pitt is saying is 100% correct. Uncle Joe made time for us, made time for everybody.
I have no idea how he does it.
And
Joe, go ahead.
I just think about one of the things you said when you were on stage is he's the same behind closed doors. And it couldn't be truer. Because, I mean, there's times where, like, me, you know, Bryant, my dad and I, we're kicking it and we're hanging out, and we could be playing a friendly game of poker, and it gets late, 9:30, 10 p.m., and he's like, all right, guys, I gotta go to bed. We already know it's because he's gonna be up at 4:30 in the morning, regardless, and it's consistent.
4:30.
4:30, and if he sleeps in, it might be 5:15. You know, first person to wake up. I get those same texts at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. And he doesn't do it for praise. You know, he does it because that's who he is. And it brings him joy to show love to everyone and hold it down for so many people. You know,
I shared it earlier in the interview. I'm going to share it now with you. And like, I never heard your dad curse.
I literally haven't heard him say, I'm 27 years old. I haven't heard him say one curse word.
That's to me.
One time my cousin asked, one time Brian asked me if I've ever seen my dad like mad.
Yeah.
And the only time I could think of is one time when my grandma was in the hospital, they weren't taking care of her the way she was supposed to be taken care of, and he raised his voice. Outside of that, I'm not sure if I've seen him, you know, get upset or angry, and he's just even kid, like, you know, yeah.
Same thing.
Agree on you, 100%.
Going to Disney World. Mm-hmm. He's having just as much fun as you guys seeing now. You guys have pleasure.
Yeah, we're singing songs in the car. We're making jokes, laughing. Never seen him mad.
Joe, man, you are a unique person. You heard me say out there, I never met anybody. It's almost impossible for everybody to like somebody. You know? I said it up there on the stage. Everybody likes you. What's that? And you've been carrying that name, Joseph, and all that. You've carrying it in great pride and respect, man. I mean, the young senator of Dunbar now, Joseph North, has come to our community. Do you feel any type of pressure as the son of Joe North?
I don't really feel pressure. And part of that is because I'm fortunate enough to, the relationship I have with my dad, he's never put any pressure on me. Never put pressure on me to go to law school. He just wants to see me live my best life, you know? And I think, if anything, it's more inspiration, because I see what he does on a daily basis, how he cares for people, how he shows love, how he's a family man. And I just look at it as, you know, that's the type of father I want to be, attorney I want to be, husband I want to be, you know, just family man. So it's more of a, something I aspire to, as opposed to feel pressure to become.
Now, how did you both end up wearing the same glasses? I mean,
hey, I gotta put them on blast. I had mine first.
Okay.
He stole the swag.
And those glasses work, man. I got a couple of pair, and I got sunglasses like that as well. I call them my Malcolm X glasses, right?
Yeah.
And dude, you came here. I kept seeing you throughout the night with the dirt, with the fedora on. I mean, how did you put this together? I mean, what were you saying? I'm going to represent Uncle Joe. Did you go and rent a tux, or you had this in the closet?
Here's the thing. Uncle Joe met me at Man's Warehouse and we picked this out for him.
Really?
Yes, sir. Yep. The whole thing.
Really?
The whole entire thing. Yep.
He got you looking dapper.
Thank you, man.
I kept seeing you two running around together. So y'all about the same age?
He's a little older than me, but I mean, we've always been, you know, very close. Even since day one. I mean, some of those trips you heard him talking about, I might have been 6, 7 years old at the time.
Right, because your dad is Joe's brother.
Yes, sir.
Right, man. You got a chance to meet Grandma, right?
Of course, yeah.
Right.
Me and her had a great relationship. Spent a lot of time over there, especially in the summers. Sometimes, you know, we would be over there cutting up together.
Yeah.
You know, in the summer with Grandma and Grandpa. So for sure.
Yeah. Right.
For sure.
Well, say something about Grandma and how proud she would be of Joe if she was around to see this.
She is a reflection of Uncle Joe. Everybody loves her. Everybody loved it. Always puts a smile on your face. Always with good energy. Miss you, Grandma.
Say something about Grandma.
It's funny, when you asked Bryant that question, he actually took the word reflection out of my mouth, because he's an exact reflection of her, just the way she thought of people, treated people, went about her day to day, socially and respectfully. My dad is a direct disciple of that. Mm-hmm. And you know, you heard him in his speech talk about how part of what motivates him daily is to just fulfill that implicit promise he made to his parents when they mortgaged his house so he could, you know, finish the Citadel.
Right, get off the track team.
Yeah, and even beyond professionalism and career, the way he carries himself and his character is a direct reflection of what I know both his parents, but especially Grandma and stuff.
Yeah, both of you have the pleasure of seeing a black man set an example that you can follow. That's invaluable to have that close contact with a person. Do you ever think about that? Do you have a great example of your uncle?
Me and Joseph talked about this numerous times. So grateful to have somebody like that in my life. Honestly, so grateful to have Uncle Joe. And I tell him that numerous times.
Okay. Well, tonight was a night to remember. At this point, I want each one of you to be able to make some comments to about 15 seconds. Just look into that camera and just say something to your dad. Go ahead, Joseph.
I would just say thank you on behalf of myself as your son and the example you set, on behalf of the family, the community, and secondly, just hope that you recognize how appreciated and admired you are, because I know you don't do it for any of the admiration, accolades, recognition, and you truly are self-motivated and propelled. And I just hope that you can at least take a moment or tonight to appreciate the way you are appreciated.
Go ahead.
Uncle Joe, I want to thank you for always being there for me and my cousin. We have some of the best memories I ever had in my life. Everybody showed up here for you tonight. We're so thankful to have you. Honestly, I don't know much more I can say, but thank you.
Well, Joe, for closing the place out, I gotta leave, you know me. I'm loving this. I don't even wanna leave, man. History was made here. You don't care about all of the attention. Tonight, you had to accept the attention, accept the community came out, fill the place up. Great entertainment, great presentations, and we are better people for having experienced that. I'm a better person for having, you know, bumped into you in that sandwich shop over 30 years ago in downtown Fort Myers, and got a chance to be around to witness this. So as they say, as I say on this particular show, Miami has the oranges, but the North Law Firm got the juice. I'll let y'all learn that now. Miami has the oranges, but the North Law Firm got the juice. But the North Law Firm got the juice. And of course, that's the most important part of the orange. We'll see.
Hello everybody, this is Lee. I'm so glad that you watched that particular show. And if you enjoyed that show, we got other shows like that. Just subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch Lee Pitts Live on demand anytime, and also hit us up on all our social media platforms. Just type in Lee Pitts Live, and there you go.